You guys, we have got to talk about Mikayla because she is opening up about what really happened in her marriage and why she chose to divorce Cody, at least to some degree, she's telling us. And she's also saying that she wanted to file for divorce way earlier than we even knew. And she's also coming to her boyfriend Zach's defense because he's been getting a lot of hate. We are going to get into everything. Ever since Mikayla decided to hard launch and go public with her boyfriend, Zach, people have had a lot to say recently. At first, she said that she was going to keep the relationship private, but very quickly she decided that she was just so in love, she wanted to share her happiness online. And now she often posts her boyfriend in photos and videos that she makes. And she made a video at her birthday party dedicated to Zach using the song Honeybee by Olivia Rodrigo. And in the caption of the video, she said, "I've never loved someone so much." And people were so shook by her saying this because obviously we know Mikayla was married. So for her to say like she's never loved anyone so much, everyone's like, oh, the caption is insane. And she said, period. Now, I don't know if she deleted a lot of the hate comments she was getting or what, but I was scrolling to see what some people were talking about because so many people kept saying that there were a lot of hate comments under this post. All I was seeing was people coming to her defense. I saw people shocked about the caption, but I didn't see anything like hateful. So maybe she was deleting it, but people said all these hate comments, but you don't know what she went through behind closed doors. Maybe she silently cried for a love like this. Maybe, just maybe, she wasn't the problem. She liked this post and said, "No one has a clue, LOL." She liked another comment that said, "These comments are so mean. We don't know what went on behind closed doors. I'm happy for you. You look so happy and in love." Someone else said, "My second marriage was my forever," and she liked this and commented a heart. Someone else said, "People act like you can't find a spark greater than the first one. I'm happy for you. Everyone deserves happiness." And she said, "They want me to just be alone and unhappy, essentially, LOL." Soon after she posted this, she took to her TikTok to post a Get Ready With Me video where she wanted to defend her boyfriend Zach because she was seeing him get a lot of hate in her comments. And I will say, I do think that people seeing her shade her last relationship with Zach probably does lead to people thinking certain things, like she doesn't exactly set up the situation for it to be drama-free, you know? Like, obviously, Mikayla's history of people knowing her last relationship and now being curious about the timeline of her divorce to her new relationship and her posting so much online and seemingly talking about how this relationship is just so much better than the last one. Of course, people are going to be very curious and want to give their opinions on everything because she is saying what she's saying in the way that she's saying things. Like, gotta give it to her for being honest, but it does invite a lot of people to chime in. And so, yeah, she wanted to come out and defend him in some of the criticism that she's been seeing.
Going to a fancy dinner in Boston, so I went a little bit sultry on the eyes. It's actually going to be a little bit more of a serious video because I don't like some of the conversation I'm seeing. Actually, I don't like how people are treating Zach because I don't know what it stems from. I get if you don't like me, but I do take issue with how people are treating Zach when you don't know him at all. He's never really even spoken on camera. I just find a lot of the stuff people are saying to be very hurtful. It's weird, like people can say whatever they want about me and I'm like, whatever, but when you say something about someone I love or that you don't even know, that's when it like gets to me. The main narrative I keep hearing is that he's using me for my money, I'm paying him to be with me. Cheating narrative, which is just flat out false.
Her defending him then led into her revealing what happened in her marriage somewhat. She admitted that she actually wanted to file for divorce last January, but she didn't have the courage.
Like, I don't owe you this explanation, but Zach is such a good person that I'm gonna give it. I talked a bit about my divorce, but I've given essentially no details as to why it happened. But I do feel like I've tried to make it really obvious that I left my marriage. I left. And I left because I had to. I needed to get out of that marriage. And you'll never know why, maybe one day, but it was for a very good reason. Never shared this, but I first went to file for divorce in January 2025. And I did not have the strength to leave. I stayed a little bit longer, but then I finally gained the courage to leave. I feel like some of the reasons I left my marriage are pretty obvious, but the main reasons I left, no one has a clue about. I've never seen a single theory or video with the right answer.
She ended up saying moving on was the best thing she's ever done and goes on to reveal that Zach pays for things in her relationship and she was used to paying for the dates when she doesn't have to pay now.
A lot of people are having trouble grasping the fact that I've moved on. Moving on was the best thing I could have ever found. And I'm not trying to shit someone, but I'm just stating facts. The relationship I am currently in is the healthiest relationship I have ever been in. I have never been treated so well by someone. Zachary is just, I would wish my relationship on anyone. It is so incredible. No, it has nothing to do with the honeymoon phase. It has everything to do with the fact that Zach has stood by my side through my divorce, which was extremely bad for me, and you didn't see any of that on camera. It's the fact that for the first time in a relationship, Zach actually does pay for things, okay? He never lets me pay. The grocery video yesterday, he paid for that entire thing. I was used to paying for every date. He pays for the dates. Like, it's a full 360. People saying he's using me for money. First of all, I don't just give out money to the man, okay? You think I'm handing him wads of cash? That doesn't happen. No, and when we do things that involve money, he pays. I'm really sick of people saying he's using me for money because that man won't even let me hand him $1.
She later asks people to give him a chance because she says that he's not using her for money at all and he's doing all the things that she needs and wants.
It's weird asking the internet this, but I'm asking you to give Zach a chance. I am asking you to give Zach a chance. I love creating content and I love including him. It's really fun and I enjoy making videos with him, but every single comment section is exhausting. And unfortunately, it's mainly people that don't follow me, and there's no changing their minds. Zach has been everything I needed in a partner. Patient, caring, understanding, kind. He's taken the time to learn about my career, understand it. Zach comes from a really good family, and that just shows in the person he is. I don't know, should I even be giving any of this explanation to the internet? Probably not, but I just really care about him, and I hate the way people are talking about him when you haven't even given him a chance.
She also goes on to say that she tried really hard in her marriage and really tried to make things work, and when people say things like you didn't try at all, it really gets her down.
I also saw a hurtful comment the other day that said, you shouldn't have gotten married if you weren't going to take it seriously. And oh my god, that shit hurt. You think I fucking got married and didn't take it seriously and didn't try? I knew I was marrying an addict. I knew what I was getting into, and I gave it my all, okay? I gave it my all. You think I don't feel like a failure? I beat myself up every day that I had a failed marriage, okay? And I'm thankful for some of the support I see in the comments from people who did get a divorce and got married again. I don't know if I'll get married again, dude. The fact that I failed the first time around, you think that makes me want to get married again? I got married with every intention of being married forever. Personally, I think it's really selfish and up to say to a stranger on top of that, don't get married if you're not going to take it seriously. Don't get married if you're just going to walk away. Saying that no matter what they go through in that marriage, cheating, abuse, whatever the fuck, they should stay? What are you talking about? I do believe there are many reasons that make it acceptable to walk away from a marriage, okay? And if you don't agree with that, I don't give a fuck. People change, and that's just the reality. Life happens, people change, and sometimes they change in ways that you don't want to be around them anymore.
Now, of course, Mikayla did try to glamorize her marriage in videos. She made so much content with Cody that, of course, it confused some people when it ended, and she moved on so quickly because in their eyes, they were just together during Christmas, and then all of a sudden, like 2 months later in February, she's going to the Super Bowl with her now boyfriend, Zach, and his brother. So, of course, people are just like, what's really going on? Like, what's the timeline in all of this? What really happened? But she wants people to know clearly that marriage was not what it was in those videos and that people don't even know the half of it and that they haven't even guessed what really happened because she says she hasn't seen a video that was a correct theory of what went down. And she's claiming that her boyfriend now is the best ever and people shouldn't be hating on him. So that is what Mikayla had to say recently about her relationship, about Zach, about her marriage and how it ended and everything. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this because this is the most Mikayla has really revealed on the topic, and it's kind of crazy just how much she was saying here. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.